Hello, this is part 2 of the C3 Partners Meaningful Use Monitor demonstration. Part 1 dealt with the dashboard and overall high-tech requirements, and this part 2 picks up where part 1 left off, dealing with Meaningful Use Monitor planning.
One of the other things that Lester can do is for those areas where he's not entirely there yet, where he's got yellow or green requirements, he can click on that plan link that I just showed you, and it gives him the ability to create a series of action items, anywhere from 1 to as many as he likes, that identify steps that need to be done, who's the person responsible, what's the status of that step, and when he's hoping that it'll get done. And each person who gets one of those tasks will receive an email notice and or a SharePoint notice that they've got a task, and give them an ability to keep track of where they are, so that the overall high-tech compliance or the high-tech program manager can make sure that we're moving appropriately towards our target compliance state. And that all of those tasks then are summarized under this Plan Manager tab across all of the departments and all of the criteria and all of the individuals who are doing it. So it's a very good list of what needs to be done and who's responsible and where to stand on all of the things that have to be done to help the hospital get compliant with that moving set of regulations that's coming out of HHS. Let me come back here to the executive dashboard. And remember, I told you that Lester had reported himself as green and done relative to quality reporting, but I question that. And the reason I question it is there's this little new flag in the upper right-hand corner. What that new flag tells us is that there's an individual requirement. I'm going to click into this. Is that there's an individual requirement underneath that criterion that Lester hasn't yet responded to. And here it is, right here. Let's go take a look at this. Well, it's flagged as green, so it's probably something that Lester, that was updated after Lester initially graded himself as green. So let's open it up here and look at the details and see what's happened. Sure enough, there's the title and the regulatory language for reporting, sharing a patient summary care record at transition of care. And what's happened here is Jackie Ford has issued an updated interpretation on top of the original interpretation, saying please review the following document for Sacred Heart's new policies regarding summary care data to provide a transition of care, more rigorous standard and so forth. So Jackie has had some additional information or some additional thoughts on how the hospital wants to grade themselves. She's communicated those thoughts out to each of the departments receiving this particular requirement, and set a flag identifying this, the requirement as new, which means that Lester and all of his colleagues are going to have to go back and take another look and revalidate that in fact they are or are not in compliance with this particular item. So there you have it. That's the summary of this tool that we've built and we deploy via cloud-based technology to hospitals that subscribe for it. We continually update the tool with requirements as they come out of HHS or as we learn other interpretations from other sources that we can share with all the hospital clients. Thanks for participating.
This concludes our demonstration. Thank you for spending the time viewing the MUM tool, and if you have any questions, please contact us at the points below.